Hi, I'm here with Erica Peel, the Piccolos from the San Diego Symphony. And I'm going to ask her a couple questions about life in the symphony and like what her life is like.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So, what do you think high schools could do to better prepare future music majors for a professional musical life?
That's a good question. I think I had actually a very good high school experience. I grew up in New Jersey, and it had a huge band program, and I actually was drum major in my high school band. But I do think that one of the first things that music schools should do to help their students is do an ear training course, or just like a class in ear training, because high school students are building fundamentals for their playing, which is developing a full and rich, generous sound, always the fundamental of learning an instrument, and then pitch accuracy and rhythm accuracy. And those things all come with ear training. When your ear gets better, then you get better. And I feel like there's not enough emphasis on hearing things correctly. It's just what comes out of your instrument as opposed to first understanding what it should sound like. So I think an ear training course would be really crucial. Another thing, band directors are spread very thin, and I think that there's not enough aggressive encouragement of private lessons. And it amazes me when I work with high school students. There are so many of them who say they want to major in music or they want to pursue music as a career, and they're not taking private lessons. And it baffles me, but it happens a lot. And I think it's partly happening because it's okay for them. They haven't been told that if you want to pursue a career in music, you must take private lessons. So I think band directors can be a little bit more aggressive in encouraging that.
So, how much do you practice, or how much should somebody practice?
Another question I get quite a bit, actually, and I think that the way the question is posed maybe is a little bit misleading in that how much is important, and I don't think it is. I learned this perhaps a bit late in my career, and literally in my career, once I was a professional musician, was when I figured it out, that how many hours you spend practicing is really irrelevant. What matters is how effectively you're practicing. And so I actually reshaped my practice regimen to be goal-oriented. So I don't set the clock. I don't care really how much time I spend on my instrument. If I spend 10 minutes and I achieve the goal that I set out to achieve, then that's it. And I put it away until I have another goal. And I actually became really bored with practicing when I was younger, and I still did as a professional. And I think that this helps kind of curb that boredom because you are really focused. This kind of creates a hyper-focused environment, and you don't get bored as easily, and you just get more done that way. So I advise against worrying about how many minutes or how many hours that you're practicing, and focus more on what you need to get done, and enter your practice sessions with a goal in mind and work to achieve that goal, however long that may take, whether it's 10 minutes, whether it's 2 hours. Work on achieving that goal, and that's it.
So, what aspects of life in a symphony did you not expect?
I think there are a couple things that I did not expect. The first one is that when I entered the orchestra world, I was pretty young. I was only 22 when I got my first job. And my first job set me up for knowing what a good orchestra environment is, in that it was a very tight-knit orchestra, and it had a family feel to it. And so instead of being kind of cutthroat and competitive with each other, it was a supportive, warm environment. And I don't think I was expecting that. And that was really nice. And then subsequently, other jobs that I've had, every orchestra is different, and so they haven't always been like that. But when you find that sort of community in an orchestra, it's a special thing, and I definitely don't take that for granted now. The other thing that I did not expect is something that I've kind of learned now was unexpected, and that is how much I've grown throughout my jobs. So I wouldn't say that I necessarily thought that when I got my first job I would stop practicing and that was like my peak and that was it. I mean, I definitely knew I would continue to get better, but the rate at which I continued to grow was quite quick. So my first job I got in 2004. So from then until now, I feel like I can say I'm a completely different player. And actually, even in the past 5 years, I feel like I've grown exponentially. So I think that's a good lesson for everyone. And should you ever become a member in a symphony orchestra, you'll learn that too. I mean, you learn from your colleagues. The pressure is pretty high in an orchestra, and that alone forces you to keep the bar high and to continue growing. And so really that's a lifelong pursuit, being a good musician. You'll be trying to do that for your entire life, and you should.
So, do you want to play something?
Together?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. This is The Rakes of Mallow by Chris Potter.
Actually, it's a traditional Irish melody, and it's arranged by Chris Potter. FYI. We're just sight reading, by the way. So. This is The Bird from Peter and the Wolf by Sergei Prokofiev, arranged by Chris Potter.
Okay.
Hi, I'm here with Erica Peel from who's the piccolist from the San Diego Symphony.
Hold on. Can you see my bare feet?
No.
Okay.
Like
We'll edit
weird.
that out.
I should.
You know what would be really funny is if you do a blooper roll at the end. No. But
That would actually be.
that would be
funny.
cute.
Yeah.
That
I
would be
think
cute.
that'd be pretty great. Mr.
Because we're gonna have a lot here.
All
All right, let me open the door because I'm already like sweaty. Is that okay for this
Mhm.
area?
Oh.
Yeah. So it's going back. Just one. Good, and then don't is it just do. Yeah, let go of
Yeah.
it. So okay. Good, and then make sure you rest for a beat. Huh. Good. So on all the beats. Da,
Yeah.
da, 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 da. I know there's like a weird space. It's confusing. And then da 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 da. So let's start from here, right? Ready? Yeah, so
Oh.
ready, ready, go. Good, yeah, okay. Let's you want to do it one more time
Yes.
for that? I figured you might want to.